Hey guys, welcome back to Almost Every Monday. I'm Katie.
And I'm Madison.
And we're here to catch you up on what you missed this week. And the past couple weeks, we've been off for a little Christmas, New Year's break.
Yeah.
But we are back.
Yes.
In 2024, first episode of the year.
There we go. This is our third year of
That's so true because we
posting.
started in 2022.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, actually. But here we are. Madison, how was your break? Fill us in on the past 2 weeks-ish, maybe more.
Well, I started off break the week that we posted last. I got a new job.
Yay.
At camp. So now me and Katie are coworkers again. So our office is the same building on camp. So we'll see each other all the time now.
Thank goodness. Maybe we'll have some podcast recordings at camp since we'll both be there now.
Okay. Maybe some content from camp.
Yeah, some camp content.
So that's how I started break, and then spent a few days just hanging out, babysitting before Christmas. Went home to Charleston, saw my family for a few days, did all the normal things there. And came back, babysat a couple more times, and then had to tell them that I was going to stop babysitting because I got a new job. And so I start this coming week.
You start on Thursday?
Yes.
This coming Thursday?
Yeah. So yeah, and I've just been hanging out, and my sleep schedule is horrible right now because I haven't been doing anything all day long.
But soon.
Yeah, but soon I'll get back into a schedule, routine, and it's going to be so good for my health and everything, and I'm very excited about it.
I'm so proud. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
What'd you do for New Year's?
For New Year's, a lot of the staff from camp had a party, and I made a Jeopardy game for us all about 2023. So that was really fun. And I very much felt like my teacher energy coming back, making a Jeopardy, because I did that as review games for my students.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then we just went to our local, I don't even know what to call it, restaurant.
I would say it's a sports bar, but it's like a small town motorcycle sports bar.
Yeah, it's a little scary sometimes.
But not like you're gonna get shot.
No.
There's gonna be an old man.
It's like old men.
Yeah, like old men and women vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like older couples on the dance floor. That's the vibes. But it's funny because that's not our demographic, and so it's just fun to go.
We go to a lot of karaoke nights there.
Yes, they host a lot of fun events, which is why we like going there. But they had a whole full-blown New Year's Eve party thing, reservations and stuff apparently.
Oh my gosh.
And we just showed up at 11:20 or something because we were hanging out with our friends, and then we were well, we want to go somewhere that's I don't know, a big thing is happening.
Poppin',
yeah. More people, whatever. And so we go, and then we see the sign on the door that's reservations only, $20 cover fee, do not enter.
Reservation only and a $20 cover fee is crazy. That is crazy for Rocco's.
Yeah. And so I immediately see the sign, and I'm like, ew, no, I'm not paying $20 to get in here. And so I turn around, and I'm out the front door already. And two of the girls that we went with were following behind, and then they saw the sign, and they were kind of standing there seeing if they could get in anyways kind of thing. And so the head of security happens to walk out, and he's like, is it just you four? And we're yeah, we're just trying to celebrate, da-da-da. And he was like, all right, I won't make you pay, come on in, and takes the sign down off the door, and we were
that is so nice of him.
Thank you so much. And we were just being overly oh my gosh, thank you so much, you're the best, thank you so much, oh my gosh, we're so excited, thank you, happy new year, da da da. And walk in, find a table, and then we all brought grapes to eat under the table.
I have never heard of this before this year.
I have, but I've never done it, so that's also goes into our saying for the year. 2024 is the year of dating for our house.
Oh.
And maybe others, I don't know, probably, but that's just what we're coining for this year.
LOL.
Because we think it's hilarious. And we ate grapes under the table on New Year's, which is supposed to maybe bring good luck.
Okay,
Who knows?
Yeah.
It's definitely
all over TikTok. I thought that the grape thing was like, if you eat 12 grapes, then you have like, I don't know what I was seeing. It was like you have a better chance of like being in a relationship, or like you'll start dating somebody, like all this stuff. And so my friend Emily and I were talking about it, and she was like, oh, we should have eaten grapes under the table. And I was like, well, I'm married. I don't need to eat grapes under the table. She was like, what? And I was like, isn't it so you'll like get a boyfriend or something? And she was like, no, it's just supposed to bring good luck, but the people on TikTok want the good luck to be a relationship. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think there's like a lot of different...
There's so many like traditions or like superstitions for
Yeah.
New Year's, like the black-eyed peas, which I would never
Collard
dare
greens.
to venture into that
Yeah.
that at all.
Yeah. So anyways, so if you're listening, you can probably picture this like old people sports bar.
Oh, I can picture
And
the
then
lights are dim.
Yeah.
Dim.
Well, they were
basically
going
off.
crazy. There was
Yeah.
a cover band going. It was crazy.
Gosh.
And
Did
then
you guys walk in with a full bag of grapes to this bar?
No, my roommate Tatiana counted out 12 grapes, and we each had our own Ziploc bag.
Oh, okay.
So we all had it in our purses. But yeah, so and then we were like sitting at these like high top tables that are like teeny tiny, and so we're like squished under two of them. It was, I'm sure everyone was like, what the?
Yeah, because they don't know. They don't understand.
Yeah, they don't get it because they're all like 75 at least. And then there was like some questionably young people there, like
tough.
drinking and.
Well, did
all
they
that.
ID y'all?
No.
Okay, well.
Well, our server came up to us and was like, "Are y'all 21?" And we said, "Yeah." And he said, "All right, can I get you anything?" I said,
That is hilarious.
And they like served champagne to everybody for the like midnight toast thing.
I didn't drink. Well, that's not true. I guess I drank a sangria with a little bit of champagne in it, but I didn't drink like just a glass of champagne on New Year's. And I thought about that yesterday, and I was
It was the worst champagne I've ever had.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
They probably bought the cheapest one they could find from there.
I mean, as they should.
Yeah.
I expected nothing more from Rocco's. I took a sip and I said, nope. No, now that you say sangria, it makes me think of before the Taylor Swift concert.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was good sangria.
Yeah. Well, the one I made, I thought it was really good. Like, I basically had these, like, 2 different recipes that I saw. Like, this influencer that I follow, she made one for, like, Christmas. And then I saw another one. I just, like, Googled one online, like, a very basic one. And then I kind of took what I wanted from each of them and made it. Like, took the things I actually like. Because, like, the influencer one was, like, calling for, like, brandy, and I was like, oh, I don't want brandy in that.
What?
And I was like, ooh, and I do have some champagne, and that would be fun. So I did like red wine, triple sec, which is like the other stuff that they put in margs. I didn't really know what it was until I was looking at these recipes. And then I'd be like oranges, apples, pears, pomegranate seeds, and then I mixed that all up. Oh, and agave nectar. It's like,
Oh, wow.
I don't like honey. I feel like some people would put honey in it, but I don't like honey. So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know.
It's like that texture.
Yeah. And then I mixed that all up, and then when I poured it, I put champagne on top. And it was really good. Comparable to the ones I had in Spain, honestly. So take that as you will. But yeah, before the Taylor Swift concert. You guys got the pitcher and I got a marg, which I regret heavily, but like I wanted sangria. I just didn't know.
Yeah. Well, had to be there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sounds like you guys had fun at Rocco's. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. What'd you do?
Well, okay, so for Christmas in general, we technically spent Christmas with Jackson's family. But we went to Boone for a couple days and then celebrated Christmas with my family, celebrated my brother's birthday, then went to Charlotte, hung out with Jackson's family, celebrated his dad's birthday because my brother and his dad both have like near Christmas birthdays. And then we came home the day after Christmas. And then I worked for literally like a day. And then I had crippling back pain, which is still a saga. And so I didn't work the second day because I literally couldn't get up. And then my friends, Emily and John, came into town, and we kind of did well, not really similar. We went to the food hall in Marietta. Mm-hmm. It's like, have you been there? Mm-mm. Have you been to Optimist in Charlotte?
Yes.
Okay, so
similar.
Okay. Like the one in Marietta is giving way more like mall food court. Whereas like the food was so good. Like we got a really good marg pitcher from the like Mexican place. We got like the pizza was really good. It's just like the aesthetic was not there. Like Optimist is also a lot bigger, but like the food, it's just like an Optimist is just like nicer, more trendy. Whereas like the food hall in Marietta was like it was like just they weren't putting anything into their looks basically. But we went there and ate. I made sangria before. And then we went to this brewery in Marietta because this is like one of my main issues in life is that I love the vibe of breweries. Like I love that it's like relaxed. It's not super dim lighting. Like they usually don't have live music like bars do. I don't like live music. And like you can like actually talk to the people in front of you. They usually have a bunch of tables, so it's not super crowded. You can like play games, but I do not like beer. Like I do not like beer at all. So then my issue is that we go to these breweries and then like I don't get a drink at all, which is like fine. But like on New Year's, I wanted to like have a drink. So I was like, well, I want a brewery vibe, but I need them to have a cocktail. Yeah. So I found this brewery in Marietta near the food hall that I don't remember at this point what it was called, to be honest. I like Googled it so many days ago, but they had like a list of like set cocktails that they make. And so I was like, oh, perfect. And they had like a mule and a margarita and like all this random like normal drinks. And so I was like, oh, great. So we went there and we played games. And I think we had some intentions of staying there till midnight, but we just kind of got there too early, which is on me. I think I thought these places were going to be a lot more crowded, but they really weren't. Like the brewery was definitely like full, but it wasn't like insane. And the food hall wasn't at all. And so then we were like, okay, we needed like a change of pace, like change of scenery. Yeah. And so we went to Ice House, which is essentially Rocco's where Madison went, but in a bigger town. So it's in the town that I live in, which is like a little farther from camp. And also a $20 cover fee. And like first off, I felt like they tricked us. They didn't ask us for the cover fee until after we had shown them our IDs. And we were almost like, I was like walking away from the table. And then they were like, yeah, $20 cover fee. We're like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, that's whatever. And so we paid it and we were like, we shouldn't have done that. But I was like, well, we paid it. It's over. We might as well come inside. Yeah. So we like got inside. We like hung out. And it was like fine. And I honestly kind of regret going because of the $20 cover fee, but I was just like, it was like fine. They have those games in the corner. We played some games. And then we were like, okay, we're really at like 11:15. I was like, I'm really hungry and I can't see or hear a single TV in this vicinity. And like, I like to like actually watch the ball drop, hear what they're saying, whatever. Yeah. And so we were like, okay, Taco Bell is still open. Like, let's get Taco Bell and then let's go home. Well, we rolled into Taco Bell and they closed early, which is at their every right. I get it. It's New Year's Eve. It probably sucks to work on New Year's Eve, but I'm like, gosh. So then literally nothing was open after that. And so we came here. We like watched the ball drop. And then Jackson and John went to QT and like got like snacks. Yeah. And then we just came back here. So it was good. We watched the ball drop. It was fun, but I heavily regret going to Ice House and paying them a $20 cover fee, but for, a subpar time, but it was really good. And now we're back. I worked today and that's that. But yeah, so here we are. Yeah. That's our recap.
All right. So in some relationship celeb news.
There's always relationship celeb news.
Joe Jonas has been spotted with a new girly pop.
Boo.
Her name is Stormy Bree. We tried doing research. It just looks like she's been involved in pageants and...
Yeah, well, the Page 6 article says that she's a model. Okay. And then, but when you Google her, it's like she was Miss Tennessee Teen. She's like a pageant girl. She probably does do some modeling now, but that's like her origin.
That's where she came from.
Yeah.
Which, I mean...
They were spotted in Cabo on Wednesday, and then today they were spotted in Aspen, Colorado. So we're all traveling together. Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know where she lives, but he doesn't live in either of those places. Yeah. So,
I just think it's crazy, like, that celebrities, because, I mean, they have to be relatively fresh, right? This is the first time they're being seen out together.
Yeah.
And he just got divorced.
Yeah, I mean, like the earliest they could have started dating was late August.
Yeah. Like, and to just be, like, some random girl, like, just model or
yeah,
like, grew up in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Like, she's not, like, world famous.
Well, it's not like, yeah, he wasn't spotted with, like, Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, but it's like, you're just dating Joe Jonas, so now you just go to Cabo and
I have so
fly
many,
around the world on
yeah, I have so
vacation.
many thoughts. I'm like, first off, how did you get in contact
Yeah.
with Joe Jonas?
Like, how does that happen?
If I wanted to date Joe Jonas, I couldn't do that even if I tried my absolute hardest.
Yeah.
Like, even if I was even if I was perfect for him, how would I get in front of him? I mean, I guess she's a model, so like
Just
maybe
gotta
they're
know
just
the right
around
people.
models or like, I don't know, but I'm just like, I don't know. That's crazy to me. Also, it is so crazy to me that both, I mean, I don't know that they're confirmed in a relationship. And same with Sophie and that guy, the Duke or whatever he is. Perry. Whatever. Like, I guess neither of them are confirmed, like, this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend. But for them to have been married for 4 years and been together for longer before that, have 2 kids together, and they have come out and said, or like, I think court documents maybe have come out and said, like, it was a very quick thing that they got divorced. Like, they were kind of okay one day and not okay the next, which I still don't really understand, but okay. And then for now, 4 months later, you guys are already both kissing people in public. Like, that's kind of crazy to me, unless they're both just like serial daters and they're just like getting out of their system. But I'm like, y'all got kids. Like, why don't you serial parent? Like, I get I'm just like, I'm not calling them irresponsible or anything, like, nothing like that. I'm just saying I don't understand. Like, if something with Jackson and I happened today and then we decided to get divorced next week, I just feel like, I don't know, like, that's kind of crazy. After you've been married for so long. Not 4 years, but still, like.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. It's just kind of crazy to me, but.
Yeah.
I mean, do what you want. I can't truly believe that these relationships are, like, that serious.
Yeah. It's
Especially
definitely,
not
like, a
Perry.
rebound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and Perry just got out of the long-term relationship, too. Yeah. So, yeah, whatever. But.
Celebrity.
They be kissing in public. All of them.
Another big topic of discussion on social media these days.
I don't want to be involved in this conversation, so Madison, take it away.
I'll make it quick, only because I think it's so silly. Gypsy Rose Blanchard was released from prison. She basically hired her boyfriend to kill her mom, and she got sentenced to 8 years in prison. And she, like, her story was made into a Hulu show starring Joey King, and so, like, I think that's where her story, like, became, like,
which I would like to say is
even
the
know what
reason
to
I
say.
don't really like her.
Yeah, I think
Like,
that's
Joey
fair.
King, I don't like Joey King.
Yeah.
And
Most people
Joey
don't.
King in every role she's ever played has freaked me out, including this one. So no hate to Gypsy Rose, most hate to Joey King as Gypsy Rose. And I think it's so, whatever, just keep going.
So she was just released end of December from prison. She's with her husband, who she met and married while in prison.
Apparently
How does one do that?
Well, apparently there's an HBO documentary on her life or maybe there will be. There's
it's
some
coming out.
sort of, okay, so a while ago there was a different documentary about her. Not like, I don't know. And so he saw that, thought that her story was really inspiring, like sent her a letter, and that's how they started.
Inspiring.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then they started dating, and now they're married, and she's defending him on social media.
So they've both been pretty active on social media.
Oh, they've been active.
And he posted a selfie, which I'm sure probably garnered some hate. Typical.
Everyone that
social
posts
media.
their life online gets hate.
Yeah. And so she commented this long thing.
Oh, no.
And she was
can't believe
like,
you brought this up.
keep your head up. I don't even think I could say it. It's so cringe. She's like, basically just like, keep your head up. Like, those people that in your life that actually know you, love you so much. The haters don't even know you in real life. And anyways, like,
She basically made a comment about how good their sex life is,
Yeah.
and I was like,
No,
oh.
like blatantly.
I was like,
Even
how,
using a fire emoji.
how good can it be if you guys have only been having sex for 3 days?
I don't know.
Because she's only been out for like 3 days.
I don't know. Bro.
So how good could it be?
I don't know.
What do you have to compare it to, Gypsy?
But then he commented back an equally uncomfortable
Okay, he was like,
thing.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm good. And I was like, oh.
Like,
I mean, I guess I'm happy for her.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're probably sitting in the same room.
It's like Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. Like, I'm like, just text him and tell him you love him. I don't need to see this. I don't need to see any of it. Also,
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Not that I do not condone anyone like bullying people online. I actually think it's the cringiest thing in the world for you to comment on an
So
influencer
weird.
or celebrity's pictures and say something about them as if they care or know you at all. I'm like, that is so mean. Like, but if you are a celebrity or an influencer, you kind of have to know that that is the way of the world right now. So
People
I'm
are
like,
gonna troll you.
just block them and move on.
Yeah, or
I know
take
so
off
many-
comments.
Yeah, I know so many
Easy peasy.
influencers that if they see one mean comment from somebody, they immediately block them. And I'm like, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Well, you
Yeah,
mentioned.
she's sweeping the nation right now, Gypsy Rose.
Yeah. And
And I'm terrified.
yeah. Like, everyone's obsessed with her, and I'm like, she.
Well, also I'm like, she needs help, and I
Yeah,
hope that she
like-
probably did. She probably had to have some sort. She probably had court mandated therapy in prison. Had to.
for
So like,
sure.
I genuinely do hope that like she is okay. I just think I don't really like trust that she is. And also, okay, when she got out, did you hear about this? She wanted to go to the Chiefs game to meet Taylor Swift,
I did hear that.
and the Chiefs. I don't know where it was. Where was the Chiefs game?
It was at
last week?
home.
Okay, it was at home. The Chiefs security was like, "You're not allowed to come here. Like, it's a major security threat."
I heard that her parole officer didn't let her go.
Oh, I didn't. I heard this like Emily told me this, so I don't know what actually.
I mean,
happened,
I'm
but
sure there's-
someone told her that she couldn't go. So
Yeah. I mean, crazy.
I guess we'll see how this whole thing plays out. She has a book or another documentary coming out.
Yeah, she has a documentary coming out.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stomach it. All I think about is Joey King.
Okay, well, moving on anyways.
Thank God.
Selena and Benny Blanco have also been pretty active on social media and out
They're
and
going
about.
strong.
Yeah, so she's been posting like those cringy 2012 memes,
Yeah.
question mark,
Yeah.
like about relationships.
Like Pinterest quotes, Tumblr quotes.
Yeah, like what? Very confusing. Like, you are Selena Gomez.
I mean,
Like,
I guess when you're in love,
It's
you're
like
in
she doesn't
love.
even know like her status level of like that she is just above that. I feel like
I
she
just
is
can't.
so beautiful, so talented, like so rich. I'm sure. Like she
yeah.
does not. Like, why is she what? Confusing.
I do not know.
Although I did see somebody who was like defending her of like she's already dated all the really hot guys in Hollywood, like, or like she's done that, and so now she's like just wanting someone that's talented and funny. And I was like,
Is he talented and funny?
I mean, he makes music.
I'm not saying that he's not. I'm saying I had never heard this man's name until she started dating him.
What?
I'm not saying that like I wouldn't know a song that he's on.
Yeah,
That's not what I'm
you
saying.
just don't know
I'm saying I had never read the name Benny Blanco or heard anyone talk about him.
I definitely
to
did
me.
because of his song with Justin Bieber.
Yeah, and I think you've played it for me. I think I
Yeah.
heard it. But
Yeah.
like, and now like that people are talking about it, I'm like, okay, yeah, he works with Justin Bieber, which is also crazy,
Weird.
but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. They were also at a Lakers game.
Yeah, the Lakers game pictures were cute. That was like the most normal thing that they've done thus far.
It just looks like she's. I was gonna say something really mean.
Okay.
I'll take it back. I'm not a hater.
We're not haters.
I want her to be happy
I
and
do too.
healthy. And love.
Yes, I do too.
Like, she is so sweet and fun, and I love her.
Yeah. Also, something interesting about Benny Blanco is that, right, I don't know if this is just trendy and I don't know if this girl is only trendy in like Christian culture, which I don't think that she's a Christian, but like my friends.
Connor?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh,
no, I actually don't know her name. it's like Tegan or something. This girl, she runs the Instagram account Half Baked Harvest, and it's like she has all those recipes. I have her cookbook literally sitting right there on the table. Kendall, that soup that Kendall made us was Half Baked Harvest. Like I made cookies a couple weeks ago with Emily. They're Half Baked Harvest, whatever. Like a lot of my Christian friends are like really obsessed with her. A lot of her videos, like cooking videos, are with Benny Blanco. And like she lives in Colorado. Like I have no idea how they're friends. And a lot of people thought that like, oh, maybe they're dating. This was like, she probably hasn't posted a video with him in like 2 months. But I'm like, that is so. But like when Emily and I made those cookies, she was like, yeah, she like is friends with Benny Blanco. And I'm like, that is so interesting. I'll show you a video after.
Yeah.
Like it's very interesting.
That is interesting.
But anyway, I mean, that's that.
That's so intriguing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so wishing Selena and Benny, I guess, the best of luck. And maybe
funny.
stop posting the cringy Pinterest quotes.
Maybe.
We both saw the Wonka movie over break. Over break as if we're in school.
Oh, this is the first year I realized this is not winter break. Like whatever I just did the past 2 weeks, that was not winter break.
Yeah, you did a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I loved Wonka.
I really liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was super cutie and lighthearted.
It was,
and like
yep.
the songs were just fun. I didn't have a lot of expectations going in. I did know it was a musical, and obviously knew it was Timothée Chalamet.
I did not know it was a musical.
Okay.
It started and me and Jackson looked at each other and I was like, is this a musical? And he was like, I guess so.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I knew it was a musical going in. Yeah, I saw it with, I think, Tatiana. Yeah, Tatiana, my roommate, and it was so fun. And then immediately, as soon as we got in the car, I had to turn on the soundtrack.
Yep.
All the way home. I can never think of the song. What? Name of the song. It's the chocolate and the chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
I keep getting that song stuck in my head, and then I'll sing it in front of my roommates, and they'll get it stuck in their heads.
LOL.
And so we just keep bouncing around, getting it stuck in each other's heads. But I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I really liked it. Jackson also really liked it, which was shocking to me because Jackson likes really serious movies and really like artistic movies. And it's not like he thought it was like the best movie in the world, but he was like, we walked out and I was expecting him to just rip in a new one. And he was like, I actually liked it. It was probably the best musical I've ever seen. And Jackson hates musicals. Jackson says that The Greatest Showman would be better if it didn't have songs, and that makes me want to die personally. But so I was shocked that he liked it, but I thought it was good. It was cute, like, yeah, very lighthearted. I'm not saying it's gonna get like an Oscar, and it doesn't need to, but I think it was really good. Maybe for like best score or like original score or something like that. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's gonna like
Best Picture.
Yeah, it's not breaking any box office records, but like it definitely was a good, cute movie. I would watch it again. I will say my only beef is that they didn't talk about this man's dad. Like I haven't watched the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I probably haven't watched it since I was in like elementary school. But I've watched Charlie in the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp like a couple times and like multiple times in my life. And in that one, they talk about how his dad's a dentist and all this stuff, and they have like a horrible relationship.
I don't think you know any of that from the first one.
Oh, from the Gene whatever movie?
Gene Wilder, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just watched that one.
They didn't talk about his dad at all? Well, in the Johnny Depp one, they do. They talk about his dad. It's like his whole plot line. He literally goes back and like sees his dad and whatever.
Weird.
And his dad's literally a full-on dentist.
I don't think I've ever watched that one.
I like it. People hate on it, but like I like it. That was the one I grew up watching, so like I don't know. They didn't say a dang word about his dad in this one, and it was also strange because like him and his mom lived on like a steamboat in what looked like the jungle, and so I was like, how is your dad a dentist, but you and your mom live on this boat? Like I was just like, okay. I just thought that was a little inconsistent, but I mean it doesn't. Like Willy Wonka, somebody was saying this, like Willy Wonka as a person is like free game.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the way that anyone can use Winnie the Pooh. It's like the same way with Willy Wonka, and so it's like they don't have to be true to the original story.
Yeah.
Because like nobody really owns him.
And I don't think any of the movies are connected in any way.
Yeah, which is also interesting to me. It's like Spider-Man, which I can't even get into. But yeah, I really liked it. It was cool. It was cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we're going to go through and make a little 2024 bingo card.
Yeah.
I don't have a creative bone in my body, so, or like an imaginative bone, I guess.
Yeah.
And so, like, I wanted us to do something like this, but I was like, I'm not going to be able to come up with, I don't even know how many spots on a bingo card there are. And I don't even know that I even correlated that number to this list. But I basically went on TikTok and I looked at a bunch of other people's bingo cards and I picked out some interesting ones. And we're going to go through and say whether we agree with them or not. First up is an Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter collab. While I don't think that there's any major beef anymore, oops, just dropped something. I don't see this happening.
Yeah, I don't see it in like the form of like a song or anything, but I could see like them working for the same brand or like something in that sense. Where it's like, it's not like directly just them two.
Like they have the same like producer or something, or like they both do a collab with like Skims.
Yeah, like something kind of like that. Where it's
like, to me that's not a real collab.
Yeah,
like they don't have
saying.
To be friends.
Yeah, it's like I think they'll have some kind of overlap, but I don't think a whole like song.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's any way they're gonna do a song together. I think, didn't we see a picture of them hugging recently? Maybe I'm making that up because I was gonna say, remember how we saw that picture of Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber hugging? I could see maybe that.
Yeah.
I'm not going with a full like one of them's gonna bring the other one on stage for a song.
No, or maybe one of them will like be presenting an award to the other one.
Yeah, I think that we'll get more of their interaction. I don't think that we're getting a collab.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
That's my on that one. What's the next one?
McDonald's does at least 2 more celeb meals. I think so. I feel like
how many have they done? 1 or 2?
At least 2, plus the Grimace shake. Which
was that a celebrity?
I mean, no, but it took over social media.
Yeah, no, it did.
So I'm like, and they have the Travis Scott meal and the Ice Spice, right? That was Dunkin'. What was that? McDonald's?
No, they did. I think that McDonald's was Ice Spice.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe she also did Dunkin'.
And those were both this year. Or 2023,
what?
Right?
Really?
Were they?
Travis Scott feels like a long time ago.
Okay, well then if they didn't do 2 last year, then I'm saying they're only going to do 1 this year.
I could see them doing 2. Maybe 1 celebrity, 1 McDonald's character again.
Oh, okay.
Like something like that. Because I'm like, the amount of publicity they got.
Yeah. The Grimace shake was crazy. So I could see them trying to do that again.
Yeah. But I think it'll be a flop this year.
Oh, yeah. Nothing's going to be the Grimace shake. No. Okay. Ariana and SpongeBob will get pregnant. First off, I just have to say the photograph of Ariana Grande and SpongeBob getting out of that car in New York, they
look so scary.
They looked so terrifying. Yeah. I've never been so scared. So I can't even talk about that. Ariana and SpongeBob will get pregnant. I'm going yes. I think 100% they will get pregnant.
I don't know. I think I can't see her like taking that risk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that they have a level of commitment to each other, to be honest with you.
I would definitely say engaged, married. Pregnant, I feel like I don't see her.
See, I don't see them getting engaged or married because I think now Ariana Grande is...
She's probably over it.
Scarred from it because she has that one song where she said she wasn't going to get married twice.
Oh.
And... So I feel like it'll be a while before she gets married. But baby...
That feels really backwards.
No, I don't.
Next, Taylor and Travis engagement.
No, I don't think it's happening.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I do not think that that's happening.
I'm like, wouldn't it be so fun?
It would be so fun. Like, I'm not saying I don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
I'm saying I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. I don't know. Because I'm like, all we have really to base that off of is her and Joe's relationship. And Joe is so drastically different from Travis that it's like their relationship already is so different. If
they get engaged, it'll be post-September.
Yeah,
like,
I think end of the year.
It would be way end of the year, but I'm not like fully convinced it's happening.
Yeah. I could see like a Christmas engagement.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah. But also that's the middle of the season for him.
Or end of the season.
I mean, he's still playing right now. He has one more week at least. Yeah. In my head, he would propose like after the 2023-20 or 2024-2025 NFL season. No, I don't know. But I also feel like when they get engaged, we're not going to know for at least a month.
Oh, yeah. Well, I feel like there'll be rumors.
Yeah, but like...
And like...
I don't know. Neither of them have posted each other.
And that kind of stuff. I think he could propose like Christmas time next year, giving plenty of time to plan a wedding for the off season.
If they get engaged, they're not getting married for like a year or two. So you think it's happening? You're saying yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, baby Bieber. 100%.
Yes.
100% Haley. I don't know that it's going to be born next year.
I think
like
definitely pregnant by the end of next year.
100% Haley Bieber will be pregnant.
I keep saying next year. It's this year.
I know. 100% Haley Bieber will be pregnant by December 31st.
Yes. Agreed.
One Direction reunion.
No shot.
I honestly, I have no opinion on this. Like, I'm going to say no because I don't really feel like passionate about it.
I think what is likely is that they...
Like, two of them would collab?
Not even a collab, honestly. I think that they'll show up to Niall's tour. Like Harry...
Really?
I think Harry would go see Niall's show.
Interesting.
And I think that maybe Louis would if he were, like, in the same town at the same time.
Okay, I am going to say that Harry comes on stage at his show.
No way.
That's just my prediction.
No way.
Are you going to try and go see him?
I would love to. He's coming to Atlanta.
When?
I think spring, summer. No, I think it's in July.
That's tough.
Yeah.
You could swing it.
Yeah, it depends what day of the week I have off.
Yeah. Okay, next.
Kanye gets divorced.
100%. First off, is he even actually legally married? Because every time I see him...
I don't know. He was posting some weird stuff this week.
Yeah, I can't even get into it. It was so weird. I'm going 100% yes. Like, I do not.
Probably
do not
like
see
twice.
Yeah, honestly. Official trailer of new Spider-Man movie. I'm going no.
Like, have they filmed one?
I don't think so.
Okay, then no.
Well, I actually have no idea. I'm saying I don't think so because that's like a true guess.
I don't know anything
about
a new Spider-Man movie.
The last thing I heard about Spider-Man is that Tom Holland was like, yeah, I'm done being Spider-Man. I want to give like an opportunity for a girl or someone of color to be Spider-Man. And then Marvel/Disney came back and was like, I don't know what he's talking about. He literally is in contract for 3 more movies. So I do wish that we would get one. I think we could get actually, I take it back. I think we could get a trailer by the end of 2024. Like, they could start shooting tomorrow and we can get a trailer at the end of 2024, right?
I don't know, but those Marvel movies, like, there's so much CGI and, like, post-production stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like, I genuinely don't know the timeline of those.
All right, I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I'm saying no.
Okay, next.
Jason Kelce retires.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think yes. I think that him and his wife are ready for him to retire. I don't know a ton about him, but from what I've gathered.
I think Kylie's ready for him to retire. I don't know that he's ready.
I think that she might be more sad than him. She loves the Eagles. I mean, they obviously can still be Eagles fans, but
yeah. I could see him retiring, doing like, what do they even call themselves? The commentator?
Oh, yeah. I could see him
doing that next season, and then...
That's what Drew Brees did after he retired.
Yeah, and then maybe, honestly, becoming some kind of coach.
Yeah, I could see him
at some
coaching.
level. I don't know if NFL, but...
That's what happened to Luke Kuechly on the Panthers. He retired early because he kept getting hit in the head, and then he became a coach, like, immediately. So I could see him coaching, yeah. The next is Kardashian-Jenner wedding or engagement. This one is so vague, and I just don't know who would. I don't think Kylie's going to get married. Kendall isn't even dating anybody right now. Neither is Kim. Khloe, I don't think is either. And Kourtney's already married.
Yeah,
I could see one of them getting into a new serious relationship, but I don't think any of them are getting engaged or married.
Yeah, I don't think so. I also don't follow them close enough to know. Like, I don't keep up with the Kardashians.
I keep up vaguely. I do like them. I'm really behind on their show right now, but I like them. Nick and Priyanka divorce? No. I hope not, but I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
That feels wild.
I think they give the kind of celebrity couple that's like either really in it for the long haul or they're going to be married for 20 years and then divorce. Like, what was the point?
Like Hugh Jackman and his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Next.
Tom and Zendaya.
I'm saying yes, and God, engaged. I hope so.
I think so.
I think
they would.
I think they could be engaged right now and we wouldn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Easy. Yeah, I think so. The next one is Northwest starts her own brand. I'm saying yes.
Yeah. I think... How old is she?
She's not that old.
10?
I looked up her age recently, and she was not that old. I think she's 10 or 11.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
so. But Kim's such a businesswoman.
Yeah. Or, like... I don't know. I'm trying to think what she could do. Like, be the face of a Skims collection, but I'm like, that would be kind of weird. Oh, it's just, like, 10.
Yeah, but, like...
Depends what it is.
A kid's brand. Someone said that she would be featured on one of Kanye's songs, and I was like, God, I hope not either.
Probably.
Okay, next is Euphoria gets canceled.
Dude, I hope so for the sake of all the actors.
I don't think that it's gonna get canceled.
I think so either.
I think that it's gonna have. I think next season will be its last season, but I don't think it's gonna get canceled before that.
I could see it getting canceled because
the actors are out on it.
Yeah,
to me, they're already. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter because I feel like for a fact they're already in contract for it.
Yeah, but maybe they are able to sign and, like, get out of them. Or...
Maybe.
I mean, they're all doing bigger and better things.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of like Olivia Rodrigo in High School Musical, the series. Like, yeah, she was doing better things, but, like, she was under contract. So, like,
yeah.
Are they really going to go to court over not making another season of Euphoria? Feels weird.
I don't know.
Yeah. Next.
Noah Khan elopes.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Is he in a serious relationship?
No.
Oh. What?
They were saying, the people on TikTok were saying that he was going to hard launch his relationship, a relationship through getting married.
I could see that.
Like happening. It would be like all of a sudden he just posted like we're married and we would have had no idea that he was in a relationship.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's happening.
I don't know about this year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I think I could see that happening down the road.
Yeah, I see that for him. I don't know that it's this year.
Yeah.
Also, my biggest, like, what the heck is going on in life is that Noah Khan is 9 months older than me.
What?
Mm-hmm. His birthday
Yeah, it
either just happened. Yeah, so he just turned 27. I'm turning 27 in October. So 10 months. Isn't that so weird? When I learned that, I was like, I'm doing something wrong.
That's so
because
weird.
you're Noah Khan.
That is
and
wild.
I'm on my couch.
Whoa.
Yeah, so he's not that much older than me.
Dang.
Next is Sophie Turner tell-all interview. I don't think that's happening next year. I could see her doing it one day.
I don't think so.
You think never?
I don't think so. I think she's too classy.
I just see her one day getting like fed up and being like, all right, y'all want to know? I don't care anymore. Like, again, I do not think that's next year. I think that's like in 20 years if she stays relevant. I don't think that it's next year.
It's like a Priscilla press.
I want someone to come out with a tell-all and it be like Evelyn Hugo. I don't know who our modern day Evelyn Hugo is, but I want that to happen.
Okay.
Next.
An Alex Earl scandal.
I think it could. I think it's in the cards.
I agree, but now that she's on with Alex Cooper's brand,
Should be running a tighter ship.
Yes, and like the only scandal that I know of Alex Cooper's was when Sophia Franklin they had their big thing, and I would say she garnered way more fans after that.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have to. It doesn't mean that she necessarily is going to get canceled.
Yeah, I'm like,
but
if
like
there
something
is a scandal,
big is going to happen.
It's going to be twisted, and she's going to be like, on top
well, that's
of the world.
kind of what just happened. Kind of like with the whole Braxton Berrios thing. Like Sophia Coppola, Culpo. Sophia Coppola is the girl that
director.
Whatever. So what's the girl's name?
Culpo.
Sophia Culpo. She was just like trying to say all this stuff about Alex Earl, and I actually just listened to Alex Earl's End of the Year podcast, and she was like, I don't know how to keep saying that. Like, one, she never once tried to talk to me. She DM'd me once, and I told her that it wasn't true, and then she kept saying that like it was true, and she was like when I met Braxton, someone told me that they had broken up. So I don't know what to say. And she was like, and the night that she's saying that we cheated, I didn't kiss him. I didn't even touch him.
Yeah.
And so then she was like, and then in fact, she was like, when I reached out to him after and wanted to hang out with him again, he said, I have to fly to LA and talk to my ex-girlfriend. We never had closure, all this stuff. And I want to give that to her. And she was like, okay, like, I respect that.
Yeah.
So she like just evaded a scandal, if you will. But I see what you're saying of like, I don't think she's going to get canceled. I do think something's going to happen.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Next.
Ken movie announcement.
I could see this happening. I don't see it happening next year.
I don't think so.
I don't think that they expected Ken to be so popular, and I just don't think that...
Yeah, but
for it to get announced this year, they would have already had to be... It would have needed to be in the works, probably.
Not necessarily. But I don't think so. At least it won't be the same... Like, it wouldn't be Greta Gerwig.
It wouldn't be Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
And, like, that's why it was so good.
It'd be like Priscilla.
Yeah.
Like how Priscilla wasn't.
Yeah.
Baz Luhrmann.
Yes.
Whatever, and Austin Butler.
Yeah.
The next one is Chris Olsen attends a Met Gala.
I say yes.
I say yes because
he's... like, media correspondent.
Oh.
Like Emma Chamberlain has done.
Oh, okay.
That's
I can see that.
Picturing.
I'm saying as a guest.
Slay.
Just because he's friends with Meghan Trainor. So I'm like, maybe. If Meghan Trainor's on the thingy-madoober.
Is she?
I don't know. Who is?
I don't know. I don't remember. This is crazy.
This is not happening based off of what we just talked about.
Yeah.
When we were talking about her. Gypsy Rose gets the 22 hat at the Eras Tour. If they wouldn't even let her into the Chiefs game, they're not letting her... I mean, I guess they can't really monitor who buys it. I mean, same with the Chiefs game, though.
Yeah. I don't know. But that is not happening.
I don't think that
I think she might go to the concert.
I don't think that she's even going to go.
You don't think so?
No. No, I don't think so. Okay. What's the last one?
Des Moines gets shut down and canceled.
God, I hope so.
I think yes.
I think yes, too.
Especially after, like, so many celebrities are starting to call out Des Moines. I mean, mostly from Taylor Swift's side of stuff, but, like, I think it's going to catch, and someone's taking them to court, and...
I just think their whole setup is absolutely insane. Like, I was explaining it to Jackson, and I was like, yeah, they literally just post what people send them. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah. I was like, sometimes
it's
they don't
literally
even...
Gossip Girl.
I was like, sometimes they don't even have a picture.
Yeah.
Like Taylor Swift's marriage ceremony, they have no pictures.
Yeah.
They're just saying it happened. And Jackson's like, they just do that? And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter. They just post everything that's submitted. I could literally tell them that I saw Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce in Roswell, Georgia today. And they'd be like, post.
We should.
Like, how many fake things do you have to send there before they post it? Or do you think they just automatically post all of them? Surely they have to weed out something. Yeah. Like, maybe it's like they wait till like 5 people say the same thing. Maybe we should get a bunch of us to DM and say, we should do an experiment.
Yeah, but we all have to like unfollow each other so it doesn't look like we're all friends.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, we're going to go get a group of like 6 people, all unfollow each other, and then we're going to be like, hey, I just saw Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Yeah, or we could do somebody lower grade. Like...
But that's not as fun.
But I just feel like they would do it. Like, I'm just like, hey, I saw them at this restaurant.
And then we can DM Tree Payne and be like, we're your undercover cops.
We're doing a social experiment.
Yeah. We actually love and respect you so much, but we just wanted to
But we want Des Moines to get canceled in 2024. It's just crazy. Like, they're not a news outlet. Like, they are quite literally an Instagram page.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So that's our 2024 bingo. We'll come back at the end of the year and let you know what happened.
Maybe, if we remember. Yeah. All right, book club for this week.
Book club's going to be a little short. Madison and I both did not finish the required reading, so we're like, you know what? Let's just give a brief little touch on it, and then we'll really start...
First impressions.
First impressions, and then
we'll dive in
We'll dive in next week, prologue through chapter 15.
Yes.
So, we're committing to that.
Yeah, I only read the first... I guess, like the prologue and 2 chapters.
Okay.
I really didn't time out how long it would take me. And that's on me. So I'm sorry, everyone.
I'm sorry too. I only read the prologue in 9 chapters, so like it was still short.
My first impression, one, I don't think I like fantasy type like worlds. Mm-hmm. Like that. Like, even in, like, movies and stuff, I don't really get into those things as much. So I'm a little nervous about the book.
I think you're going to have to listen to it.
I think so. Because I'm actually trying to read this one, not audiobook it. Which is fine. We'll see how that goes. But I think, like, already I want, what's her face? Evie?
Yeah.
To... be like this like sassy, strong, like I don't know, force to like come up against the villain. But I don't see that that's quite the character.
She definitely is like upfront with him, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think she's like, obviously she's not trying to make him a better person. Like, I think she knows better than that.
Yeah.
But she is definitely like there was one scene where he was like, my patience is running thin today, Evie. And she was like, and what's different from every other day? Like, she like has said stuff like that. Yeah. So I think that she's definitely like funny and witty and like upfront, but she's not like being like, well, don't murder somebody today, because she's like, she knows what she's getting herself into.
Yeah. And see, I'm just like, why is he murdering these people?
Yeah.
Like, and why is she so fine with it?
I think it's like, funny. Like, I think the premise, I kind of like the whole, like, I don't know if you've gotten this far, and this doesn't spoil literally anything. I kind of like the fact that it's like, yeah, there's like a kingdom and the villain, and like, but the villain has literal interns. Like, there's like a class of interns. Yeah. And so like, I think this whole like fantasy, but also it's like kind of modern at the same time, is hilarious to me. Like, I just think that's funny. Because I think my number one issue with fantasy is when I have to like, understand what's going on. Like, they say multiple terms in their world that like I have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Whereas like this doesn't really happen. They're just talking about like a castle, and I'm like, okay, I can wrap my head around the fact that there's a castle and there's like woods. It kind of feels like Once Upon a Time, that TV show.
Yeah.
A little bit. Obviously those are more like separated from like fairy tale versus reality, but it feels more like a fairy tale world with like a castle and a king and a, you know, an enchanted forest, rather than like a
whole new universe.
Like a science fiction or a space fiction or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little easier for me to digest because of that. And I just think it's funny. Like when they said they had interns, I was cracking up. I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Granted, I only read the first 2 chapters, so I haven't gotten that far to like understand, but like when she went and saw the healer after she fell out of her chair, like that was funny, and she was like walking out the door, and she's like, by the way, it wasn't innocent, about to like dream, and then I'm assuming it was him that was standing there.
It was,
because she was like, it said like she like turned around and I don't even know. Yeah. Alluded to somebody standing there, and I'm like,
I didn't know this until chapter 6, but it's dual perspective.
I did think that because I like noticed at the top of one of the chapters that said Evie, and I was like,
Yeah, so some of them are the villain, which I do really like.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
I think that I really like the book. I find I'm reading another book right now too called Love in the Time of Serial Killers, and I am not into it. It's like pretty boring.
No.
And so like this book, I find myself like wanting to read it, whereas like that book, I'm making myself read it. I have a goal this year to read at least 1 chapter of a book every day. Like I want to do it every day. And I've been doing, I mean, it's only been 4 days, but I've done it thus far, so... I'm like,
it's impressive.
Whereas like I'm forcing myself to read Love in the Time of Serial Killers, but I felt like I was reading the other chapters pretty quickly when I was reading it. But I didn't give myself enough opportunity to read this week. But next week we will be better.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know that I have other thoughts.
Yeah. We'll dive more into it next week. Yeah. To wrap up, we never talked about the Survivor season 45 finale. So this is us talking about it. It's been weeks, so I don't know that anybody hasn't seen it or hasn't seen it on social media. But if you have not seen the Survivor 45 finale, do not listen to what we're about to say. Yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Maybe, whatever. But the winner of season 45 was D.
Yes.
When we got to the last episode, and even, an episode or 3 before that, I really wanted D to win. Like, the last 2 or 3 episodes, I was, like, all in on D. Like, I thought she was awesome. I thought she played the game. I thought she was more true to the game than Austin. Like, I think Austin let his emotions get in the way.
Agreed.
I think that he was a little, like, feisty at the final tribal, but I was like, well, that doesn't make up for anything else she did. No. So, I thought it was great. And I'm really happy that she won. I honestly am forgetting a lot of the details. Yeah. Oh, that last challenge that she won immunity on. Oh. They were having to stack those pots and then not shake it. Oh, yeah, and then Jake broke the challenge. There was a part of me that I was like, I will also be happy if Jake wins. Like, I really liked him.
Yeah, I mean, I love Jake and Katura. And I was like, I want to see them get to the final, but I was like, realistically, they're not going to win. Like, I know that. But I loved them so much. Yeah. I just wanted to root for them.
I'm glad Jake was there. I thought Jake deserved to be there more than Katura.
Yes, I would agree.
I think he fought harder.
Yes. And, like, in that challenge when he got frustrated and ended up breaking it, like, I, like, literally, like, gasped. I was like, no. Like,
in between.
So I was like, I thought that was, like, a sure thing he was gone. And I was like, no.
Every moment from when D won the challenge, every moment that involved Jake, from when D won the challenge to when he won fire making, I was crying. Like, when he was talking about how bad he wanted to be in the fire making challenge, how bad he wanted to win, like, I was like, I want you to also. I don't want you to win the game because I do think D is a better player.
Yeah.
But I do want you to win the fire making.
Yeah. And then him and Katura go into fire making. He wins it by, like, kind of a long shot.
Yeah.
And, like...
And they were hyping it up like he wasn't going to win.
Yeah, I was so nervous. And then they're all like sitting there getting ready to talk with Jeff, and he's just like watching the fire and like tears in his eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jake.
Yeah, it was so, really sweet.
Like wholesome and like
yeah.
He did one thing that he could be proud of.
Yeah.
And like that's what he just kept saying. He's like, I just want something to go my way.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, I was really proud of him.
Yeah.
But D won. She got 5 votes. Austin got 3. So it was like, I mean, the closest it can be without being a tie. And yeah, and her and this is the post show of it. Her and Austin have decided not to comment on whether they're together. She was like, I want to keep it private. You know, whatever. Or she said that they both wanted to keep it private. And I really thought they were together, and they still could be. But then Madison, literally as we were walking into my house to record this episode, Madison sent me a tweet that says, Wendell, Survivor 36 winner, which I just went back and watched Survivor 40, and I don't really like Wendell, so this already made me mad, has apparently been cheating on his girlfriend and mother of his 2 children with recent winner of Survivor 45, aka D. His girlfriend found out about a secret relationship after Wendell gifted D a bracelet, which was shown in recent IG pictures.
I don't know if I believe it.
Well, I believe that they broke up. That
I mean, yeah.
Wendell and this girl broke up because she posted a picture.
That post.
She posted a picture on her, which I do
Story.
feel bad for her. Has 2 kids and her longtime partner cheated on her. I want to say I feel bad for her. But she posted a picture of a U-Haul on her story. It looks like her story. It says, goodbye to the lies, to the deceit, to the manipulation. Goodbye to the false promises, the fake potential, the disrespect. Goodbye to trying to force someone to see my worth. And most painfully, goodbye to what I thought my life would be. So, like, they definitely broke up. 100% they broke up.
Yeah.
But I'm like...
I don't know if it's true about D.
Also, I'm like, what do you mean a bracelet? Like, she was wearing a bracelet that this guy gifted her? I'm kind of confused. How did they know?
Who knows?
That it was a bracelet he gave her. I'm trying to look at the comments and see if there's anything crazy. One person said, where's Austin? Or what happened to Austin? And she commented back and said, what happened to him? So, nothing recent. So, yeah, I don't know that we'll ever know what really happened, but... Oh, I guess she hasn't posted in, like, multiple days. She hasn't posted since the 28th.
She mostly posts stories, and on Twitter she posts a lot.
Oh, yeah, she has posted stories.
They've all been posting on Twitter a lot.
I don't have a Twitter,
of all the times they've hung out.
That's tough. I will say they don't really post a lot of each other, but, again, they said they wanted to keep what was happening private, so, like... They either aren't together or it's just because they're private.
Yeah. Hard to say.
I hate stuff like that. Like, I want to know.
But on Twitter, like, I follow Kendra and Jake and Dee and Caleb. Maybe others, I don't know. They're the ones that post a lot. And they're, like, now posting all the times that they've hung out since filming. And, like... There's, like, videos of them walking through the airport at LAX when they've just landed from Fiji, and, like, Kelly's reunited with her fiance and, like, all these things. The
pictures of Kelly and her fiance are so sweet.
Yeah, so sweet. But they had, like, a whole party where they all dressed up as different birds, which is so funny.
I thought that was funny.
And, like, they just posted, I don't know how recent it is, but Jake... made Drew and Austin do the Sweat or Savvy puzzle that none of them were able to do this season.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to see this.
They, like, had a mini version of it for them to do, and they're, like, in someone's living room, just, like, on the floor
so
trying
funny.
to do this puzzle. It was so cute.
I saw the posts of them on the lake in Tennessee. And Austin, that's when Austin posted that and was like recently, and was like, this was 7 weeks post filming. Yeah. I think I'm going to start going, like, in order. I only follow Austin and Dee on Instagram. Yeah, he said, happy Survivor Wednesday, 7 weeks after filming. I've been posting somewhat chronologically, and I think I'm going to stick with that theme for the next few weeks until my timeline is caught up to present day. Lots of fun stuff coming. And this is what I thought was interesting, is that he said, trip to Korea with Drew and his brother, hanging out with the cast, various watch parties and events, reactions and reflections, photo shoots, etc. But on the podcast that Jeff has, Dee said that they went on a vacation together. She was like, yeah, there's a lot of vacation pictures. So I'm like, well, maybe they aren't together because he didn't include the fact that they went on vacation together. But again, we'll really never know because they safety checked themselves by saying, well, we're keeping it private. So anything that they do or don't do could just be chalked up to, well, they said they were going to keep it private.
Yeah.
But speaking of the podcast, I don't know if literally anyone that listens to this podcast listens to that podcast, but you should if you watch Survivor. I really like it. But now I forgot his name. The other guy on it, the guy that was on Survivor. Yeah, Devins, he's not going to be on it anymore.
Yeah.
And that makes me sad.
Well, I'm sure they'll bring someone else in.
Yeah, well, it better be Boston Rob. I am obsessed with Boston Rob right now. But
let's take a guess at who we think could.
I don't actually think it's going to be Boston Rob. I feel like that's too good to be true.
Yeah, same.
I could see Ethan being on it. I'm also saying that because I love Ethan. But I could see maybe Ethan.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know who is still, like, enthralled in the Survivor world and who is it.
Kelly Wentworth.
Oh, yeah, Kelly could be on it.
Could be
I
cool.
heard she just came up on my TikTok the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it being a girl. I feel like they're pretty, like, inclusive, so I could see it being a girl next.
Yeah.
I really want Boston Rob to be on it, though. Or Ethan.
Maybe Amber.
No, Amber's done. Amber, she, on season 40, when she was, like, out for good, she basically was just like, I literally just came here because Rob wanted to. Like,
yeah.
She out. Yeah. She just wants to be a mom, and I don't blame her.
I mean, yeah.
I just watched the episode. I rewatched season 40. Well, I watched it for the first time. I watched season 40, and I'm watching season 8 right now. Season 40 was Winners at War, so it was all people of one, which was really cool. And then season 8 is All Stars, which just is like people that were good at playing the first 7 seasons, I guess. It's just crazy. Me and Jackson were talking about this. It's crazy that by season 8, they had enough people who were really good at playing the game that they could have an all-star season. But anyway, so they had an all-star season, and it's when Boston Rob and Amber met, and, like, they basically started dating on the show, and then he proposed at the finale. And I just watched the episode where they went on their, like, drive-in date, and they, like, he, like, won. They used to give away a car.
Yeah.
And so he won the truck, and then he picked her to go on the reward with her, and so then she won a car, too. So I'm like, okay, so y'all came out of this $1 million richer, engaged, and with 2 brand new cars. Like, yeah, nobody has ever won Survivor better than this couple. Like, you were first and second, $1 million and 2 cars and a ring.
Yeah. And then featured on 2 to 3 more seasons after that. Like,
yeah, Boston Rob, I think I saw that he's been on 4 seasons. He was on season 2 maybe, or season 4, I don't remember.
I think 4.
Season 8, he won season 22-ish, somewhere in the 20s. And then he was on season 40, and then he was back for the Island of Idols.
Yeah,
but he
39.
Yes, that was before.
Yeah,
so
he
he's
didn't
been
compete in it. But.
Yeah, but he's been on 5 seasons. He's competed in 4.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dang.
I mean, that's a payday.
One season they should have past winners be the jury. Or be part of the jury, I guess.
Yeah.
Could be a fun addition.
Yeah.
Or just have some bigger role. I just like the past winners. Like, I really like the Winners at War.
Yeah, I liked Island of the Idols because of, like, Sandra and Boston Rob being back.
Did you watch season 40? You know who I really liked?
Who?
Now I don't know her name. She got second. Natalie, is that her name?
Yeah,
Natalie. I really liked Natalie. I thought she was really cool.
Yeah.
I want to watch her
season.
Her
and her sister played Blood versus Water.
Yes. And her sister got voted out first. Yeah, I really liked Natalie. I want to watch more of those seasons, like the David and the Goliath and Blood versus Water.
I want them to do a themed season.
I know.
soon.
They're due for a themed season.
Yeah.
I don't know that we're going to get it, but they're due for one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the Survivor recap. D1. We'll never know if her and Austin are together, I guess, until they get married, or if they do. And maybe she was in a relationship with Wendell. I just feel like that'd be weird for her to do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know her personally, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? Well, that's all we got.
Yep.
And we'll see you next Monday. Maybe.